So you know how to knit, but you want to knit a sweater. My name's Tori, I've knit plenty of sweaters, and I'm showing you a few key techniques that will help you level up your knitting and get you ready for that next step in your knitting journey. Today I want to show something that a lot of people struggle with, but that is really, really simple, and that, my friend, is German short rows. Now, German short rows are in most sweater patterns, and really the purpose that these serve is to help you shape your sweater. There are some areas of your body that simply need more stitches than the rest to look good. Here's the thing is that if you just knit a square, it doesn't account for the slope of your shoulders or the fact that maybe the back of your sweater needs to be a little bit longer than the front. And so that's really the purpose that German short rows serve. It's a key technique in knitting, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. Now there are two types of turns that you would be doing. A turn going from the right side of your work to the wrong side, and then a wrong side to the right side. So we'll walk through those. So as you can see, I've knit a decent chunk of my right side row, but now, just for the sake of this pattern, I'm getting ready to turn my work. So what I'll do is I'll actually flip my work around, and now I want to get it to the point that I'm not knitting this way on these remaining stitches, but I want to knit back this way as though I were in a normal purl row. So with my working yarn in front of my work, what I'll do is I'll slip this last stitch on my left hand needle onto my right hand needle purlwise. We will bring our working yarn nice and tight. This will almost look like 2 stitches here. We'll wrap it back around, and then we'll purl as usual. Now you'll see that this might look like 2 stitches, but it's really important that when we knit back around, that we knit this together as 1 stitch. Now, we're gonna now get ready to turn from our wrong side to our right side. So similarly, I'll flip my work over, bring my yarn in front of my work, slip my last stitch onto my right needle purlwise, and similarly pull that working yarn tight. So you can see we have that double looking stitch again. Now let's continue working. Okay, here's our last turn. So rather than knitting this as 2 stitches, even though it might look like 1, we'll make sure that we knit both of those pieces of yarn together as though it were 1 stitch. I like to keep this a little bit tight. And now we'll continue on. We'll do 1 more turn. All right, we're gonna do 1 more turn from right side to wrong side. So again, we'll insert our needle purlwise. We'll bring our working yarn around, and then we'll purl as normal. Now here's that German short row stitch. We'll just purl that as 1. And continue purling. You can see it's almost invisible. 1 last turn. Going from wrong side to right side. Once again, we'll bring that working yarn in front of our needle. That's just my long tail cast on there. We will insert into this stitch purlwise. We'll lift this up, keep it nice and taut, and we will continue working on our right side. While you might see some unevenness, more or less these short rows are pretty invisible in our work. And that is how you do those German short rows. And you can actually even see, just from those few rounds, that the bottom here is slightly longer than my outermost edges. And that's because we've worked those short rows in this center part. So I hope that helps, and happy stitching.